United States Mint, who mints all the gold coins out there, they have actually halted the production of the proof American gold coin eagle.
This podcast is brought to you by safestgold.com. Call now for your free gold kit at 1-800-510-9594. An $80 value, this kit and DVD will show you everything you need to know about gold and how to use gold in your investment portfolio. Call 1-800-510-9594.
It's time for the Gold Show. Jonathan Rose, CEO, President of the Capital Gold Group, and Precious Metals Investment Strategist is with us today. Jonathan, as always, it's good to talk with you.
Well, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here to help educate our listeners on the importance of having a balanced portfolio that does include stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and other assets out there, but particularly precious metals. And I'm talking about tangible wealth such as gold, gold coins, and gold bars that you can hold on to physically. That's the security in today's market, especially as the world continues to unravel. People are flocking to gold for safety and security. And on today's broadcast, we're going to explain the benefits of owning gold as a part of a balanced portfolio.
And later in the program, we are going to have our Ask Mr. Rose segment, where if you have a question and you'd like to, send it to us, we may read it right here on the air. You can go to askmrrose.com. All right, let's begin. A lot of news to share, and you have some important news about a major mint discontinuing production of a coin. Explain what's going on here.
Well, this is breaking news, and every week we seem to have some, very important news that I like to share with the listeners. Well, I want people to pay particular attention to what I'm talking about right now, because I've been in the investment field for over 15 years right now, and I see the writing on the wall, particularly with this type of gold coin. And as it stands to date right now, the United States Mint, who mints all the gold coins out there, they have actually halted the production of the proof American gold coin eagle. And the reason being, well, it's basically the unprecedented demand for this particular coin, because the proof gold eagles go into people's IRAs, and people aren't even aware of the fact that you can roll over an IRA into an IRA backed by solid gold, but it's actually government approved. And I think it's one of the safest investments out there to not just hold on to your wealth, but to continue to see your IRA grow as the markets continue to unravel around us. So this one particular gold coin, they haven't been minting any since 2009, and they're going to continue halting this particular gold coin. Now, here at the Capital Gold Group, we have these particular gold coins for people's IRAs. But I know, based on supply and demand, the demand even the US Mint can't keep up with, and the supply is obviously very limited. It's constricted right now. So I see this one sector in the gold market actually beginning to explode. So I personally feel that people who are investing gold IRAs with proof gold coins are going to see tremendous returns over the next few years. And I strongly recommend to people, if you have an IRA and it's been losing value, or if you've left a previous employer and you just don't know what to do with it, give us a call here at toll-free 800-510-9594. Educate yourself on the benefits of putting proof American gold coin eagles in your portfolio, protected through your IRA. They're not making them anymore. We have them. There's a limited time you can actually put them in there, because once they're gone, they're gone. And I'm strongly recommending, I'm going to repeat this on today's show, so people actually understand the importance that you can get in on the proof gold eagles. They don't mint them anymore. The price of them are going to continue to shoot up. And to be honest with you, I feel that this is the best value for listeners out there who want to get involved with gold, who have an IRA, to get started with gold and see gains over the next few years.
And Jonathan, the reason IRAs are very popular to shift over to gold is what? That the others have just not performed, right?
Absolutely. I've talked about this on previous shows. Wall Street Journal came out not too long ago with all the different IRA mutual funds that had been performing over the past couple of years. And these funds weren't down, 15 or, 20%. Some of these IRA funds, and if you're listening, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. They're down anywhere from 60 to 80%. Now, a lot of people have kind of been obviously flabbergasted with the amount of drops that they've noticed in their retirement dollars, and others have been very proactive and realized, well, I'm not going to wait for it to bounce back. Let me hold on to what I've got. Let me try and recuperate my losses. And these people, because the smart money, don't forget, is going into gold. And if you look at people like Warren Buffett, who just purchased, he's liquidated over 60% of his portfolio, and he purchased two of the largest gold manufacturing companies out there. Reason being, he also sees long-term value and growth in gold just like we do. And in fact, Bank of America Merrill Lynch research department, they released a statement saying that gold has outperformed several investments from different asset classes, ranging from the S&P 500, the 3-month treasury bills, long-term treasury bonds. So, this isn't something new that's just happening with gold. We've put together this gold guide so listeners who are tuning in right now can read this information. It's not just me saying this, it's also verified sources from Wall Street, from different economists who are recommending that you should be shifting anywhere from 5 to 30% of what you have in paper to be moved sideways into precious metals that either you physically hold on to, so you take possession of it, so you're holding on to your own wealth, or just like it was featured in the Wall Street Journal, you can now roll over your IRA or a 401k into an IRA backed by solid gold. And when the US Mint states that they're not minting proof gold coins for these IRAs anymore, well, the writing is on the wall that as the price of gold continues to go up, these particular proof gold coins that go into your IRAs are going to actually soar at a quicker pace than the regular bullion coin. That's why I'm recommending these gold proof coins for IRAs today.
And that's a case of supply and demand, right, as they stop making them.
Absolutely. There's only so many of them out there. Once they're gone, they're gone. Gold is independent of all market cycles. So if you have the more of the same mindset and attitude that I do, well, I believe things are going to get worse before they get better, then, there's a flight to safety and security within gold. And the Associated Press just released an article from Washington, and it says here, in a chilling forecast, the White House is predicting a 10-year federal deficit of $9 trillion, and that's more than the sum of all previous deficits since America's founding. And it says by next decade's end, the national debt will equal 3/4 of the US economy. And they're also talking about the economy will shrink by 2.5 to 2.8% even by the end of this year. And the recession was simply worse than the information that we found and forecasted back in the earlier winter. And this is coming from one of President Obama's economic advisors, Christina Roma. So as President Obama stated before, things are going to get worse before they get better, particularly in the economy. And if you're investing in Wall Street and you're just completely 100% in paper, watch out. The smart money is diversifying into precious metals. You don't have to put everything into gold. That's not what I'm saying. But you definitely want to have a balanced portfolio, anywhere from 5 to 30%, what you have in paper, into precious metals that you, the investor, get to hold on to.
Right.
And that's the security right there.
And Jonathan, this really hits the people who've worked so hard and are savers, that have put things away, squirreled it away, tried to do the right thing. They worked hard for the money, and now that portends terrible inflation in the future, which is going to eat away at the buying power. Sure, they'll have, money in the bank, but that money will have less buying power, right?
Absolutely. Inflation, it's one of the worst enemies out there of the US dollar. It's very insidious. You don't see it. It's like a caterpillar on the leaf taking a small bite, and before you know it, it's gone. I'm always talking about a story that I always like to convey to the listeners. And imagine we were back in the year 1920 and we had a $20 gold piece, a 1 ounce gold coin, and a 20